That's some good coffee. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know I'm having a great day. Now I know you're probably thinking to yourself, why the fuck was he using a live video capture of himself, but now it's talking to you with a VTuber model? And to be quite frankly and honest with you, it's because I can.
Bitch!
I feel comfortable doing this. I feel much more comfortable doing it like this way because honestly, I just don't really care to be behind a camera all the time. Also, I can choose to be naked if I want to. And let's just be honest, all VTubers are naked behind their models when they're streaming. That's just a known fact. Look it up. But I mean, of course, I'll probably be doing content as well with my face camera and everything. So, there's that. But you're going to see a lot of videos with me doing it this way. This is not my final model, by the way. I still have to make some additions and some changes. But I'm lazy and I lost all of my other stuff, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Other than that though, you're probably wondering, what the fuck? Why am I back? Why am I here? And to be honest, none of you are thinking that. None of you probably even know who the fuck I am.
Go! You can't. Whose man is this? You put him on the TV. Go home! Bro, don't. Go home!
And that's perfectly fine. I'm totally capable and totally comfortable with that. But what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be doing a just nice rebrand refresh. I'm still going to keep all the old videos I have. I like to keep those there just to show where I came from and how I moved up. It's not like I'm trying to relive any sort of like glory years. I'm literally just doing this as a way to have fun, to kick back, relax, have chill vibes, and just chill. But with that being said, let's have a conversation.
What now? I said, what now? That's what I say every time. Like, what do you want?
Because I think this is hilarious, but some people might not think that way. It's cool. Now, if some of you don't know, there's this platform that a lot of people are using now called Threads, which is used by Facebook, Instagram, same ecosystem. And with Threads, it's pretty much like Twitter. And let me tell you, Threads is an interesting thing. Now, personally, I don't really usually care about social media like that. I usually just keep my social media to just me and my friends and my family, and I don't share my shit. But my girlfriend, she uses Threads a lot. She sends me a lot of things. I decided to jump on it, and it was interesting. Honestly, Threads is one of the reasons why I decided to get back and get back into the seat and be able to start doing content again. But like I said, at a slow, much more at my pace. Now, with that being said, so I did a post on Threads, and let's just go ahead and get into that. Now, I'm sure none of you saw my post on Threads because none of you even know that I exist, and hopefully one day you will realize that I exist and I will always exist. But anyway, I made this post right here, and on this post, it basically talks about how people are so mad about God of War Laufey that, someone used this as an example. If X-23 was the lead character in Insomniac's Wolverine, would you still buy it? Now, mind you, I saw that on my thing all the time, and I decided to make a nice little response to it. And I said, so this is the 4th time I've seen this picture on my feed, so let me answer this. If it was my kind of game, yes, I would buy a Wolverine game that stars X-23. To be fair, that would never happen because Wolverine and X-23 are 2 different people. So there wouldn't be a Wolverine game called Wolverine without Logan as the main character. God of War is the name of a franchise, so God of War is not the name of the main character. God of War can be anyone because no one is named God of War. And which I feel like that's a pretty decent explanation. It's pretty simple. And I expected that when people see this, I had the expectation that, Threads was home of some of the most well put together and well adjusted human beings. well adjusted. Right? Right? Well adjusted. Simple. Right? 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 Like, they're well adjusted human beings. Right? You know, it was my fault for having hopes and dreams, I guess. It totally was my fault. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is that what I thought in my head would happen would be a bunch of people crying about, oh no, not my God of War. Laufey is a woman and women are bad. But no. Actually, what I got was some of the most fatherless comments, not from the God of War female haters, but from the comic book community itself. Shit your chub tuber ass up. That one almost won an award. That one was funny. That one made me laugh. I was actually on the toilet when I read that one, and I was actually shitting at the time of reading that. So I guess he got that accurate. Now this one right here, this one decided to actually show me the panel of X-23 who, like Wolverine, actually I'm Wolverine. You tell him, kiddo. Like, this was a proud papa moment for a lot of the X-23 Wolverine community. And I thought this person right here was, you know, it was very creative, showing the actual still. Whereas this one right here, where Laura is Wolverine though, so it would be called Wolverine still. And, you know, me being me, you know, I guess, I mean, she'll always be X-23 to me, which, you know, she will always be X-23 to me. I will just not call her Wolverine, but here we are. And, yeah, so that one wasn't so bad. But then it comes down to when you see things like this, and this. And let's not forget about this one right here, and this guy above my head. Then we got this comment right here. And lastly, before we get to the coup d'etat, this one right here. So like, this is hilarious to me. These comments are hilarious. There's so many more that are just like that, where they're saying, well, X-23 actually has been Wolverine for a long time. Now, to be fair, shout out to the one guy, which he said X-23 is her slave name. That shit had me rolling. He was a cool guy. I like him. And there were people in the comments who are, you know, they decided to take it as more of a learning experience, and they decided to go, well, hey, you know, this is, you know, they try to talk, talk about it in a very peaceful manner, which totally, you know, I totally get it, and I explained to them the same thing. But no, the comic book community are crazy. Like, they will just sit there and just be like, actually, you know, this and this and that, and it's just like, bruh, like, it's not that serious. It's not even that deep. X-23 will always be X-23 for me. Now, do I know every single detail within the comics that's going with her and Wolverine?
Fuck no, baby.
Actually, I do. Did I read the comics? No, I did not read the comics. But I keep up on my Marvel comic book lore because I'm just a Marvel fan. But I do, the comics that I do read, the ones that I care about, like the Storm comics and a bunch of other stuff, you know, I really like the Storm comics right now. But I read what I like. Wolverine is not necessarily one that I like. Like, the crash out that these people had was crazy funny. Brother, you are soft. You tried to give an opinion on God of War using the example you don't know much about, got fried by the fans about it, and instead of just admitting your lack of knowledge on the topic, you act offended and be like, by the way, Wolverine is mid and don't even like him. That's why I didn't know. Man up and just make your research next time you post instead of whining about it. And just to be clear, I have absolutely no problem with God of War Laufey, and I love to play X-23 game. Nani the fuck? Like these the unhingedness, folks. This shit is hilarious. And like there's more, like there's so more. I'll link the post into the description down below just so like you can take a look at it. But like I'm a petty individual. I'm really petty. I'm mad petty, son. So like when I see things like that, it makes me giggle with joy. So you know, I did what I had to do. I made a comment on there, specifically basically telling how I really felt about Wolverine. You know, I'll just be completely transparent here. Wolverine isn't even my top 10 favorite X-Men. He's pretty mid, kind of boring, 100% cliche. And the only thing interesting about him are the people that interact with him to support his character. Deadpool, Sabretooth, Kitty, Storm. So you know, use that information as you will. He's literally more boring than Hank. More boring than Hank. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure people aren't going to like that. I'm pretty sure people are going to probably take offense to that. And quite frankly, I give no fucks. As I've said it multiple times, look at the field in which I grow my fucks, see that it is barren. Above all, I think that at the end of the day, you folks need to probably go out and see the sunlight more. Touch grass. I don't know, whatever the kids are saying now these days. 6'7".
I know he's dying. 6.
Whatever. I hate this generation of people anyway. But basically, the point that I'm trying to say is that you divert it from the point of the post so that you can be more of a selfish, entitled little pricks and make it all about you guys. When in actuality, the post that I said is very accurate. As well as I've stated in my opinion that she will always be X-23. I'm sorry, Laura. I don't want to use her slave name. Look. Above all, guys, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. And y'all need to stop taking your comic books so serious. And you need to put that energy into something more fulfilling, I guess. Or, you know, I don't know. Maybe you should just like have better fathers or something.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
I don't know. Like there's no way to fix this issue. Like comic book fans are always going to be comic book fans. They're always going to be some of the most degenerate and shitty people. And I'm not judging all of them. It's kind of like how I feel about the League of Legends community, where, you know, a lot of League of Legends players are just shitty people, but it's also because I'm stuck in silver and I just want to get out. But that's also because I'm stuck in silver and I kind of just can't get out because I main support, and it's so hard to main support in silver and league because people suck. So yeah, that's it. I just kind of want to share that. I thought this was funny. Like, this has been going on for a couple of days. I thought it was hilarious. It made me laugh. And I just love watching people get mad over nothing. It's kind of like a hobby of mine. With that being said, guys, we're gonna wrap this video up. So I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm getting back into the habit of doing them. I decided that I'm just going to work at my own pace and not try to stress myself out. I'm getting back into game reviews. So we're going to play games, we're going to review them. And yeah, if you want to see the content, like, subscribe, follow. I'll put more of my socials and stuff on the descriptions. And yeah, y'all have a good day. Bye. Deuces.